make this pencil disappear. It states quite clearly that I'm gonna make this pencil disappear.
Woodward Sports Network, let's go!
Oh, I love that video. Love that video. Do you know we produced that video how many weeks ago?
That was like what, 6 weeks ago, 5-6 weeks ago. I think it was after the Green Bay game.
Yeah. And my God, the pencil is gone. The pencil is gone. Take that pencil and shove it up your ass. Yeah. Anson, welcome to this is normally the Lions pregame show, but since the Lions got punched in the face on Thanksgiving and their coach is no longer with us, along with the GM, they are taking their ass somewhere down Woodward that way. I'm assuming they're not going north.
Get the fuck out of here.
They are gone.
They're gone, man.
It's 5 years coming, man.
It's over. It's over.
It finally is.
It happened. It's over. I'm so happy that it's over, man.
You know when it's bad? When there's that amount of toxicity, not just from the players towards those two,
right?
But just the fans. Like, we're fans. We're all on the same page. We want to see our teams win. It's nothing complicated. But when you see it that ugly, you know there's something going on.
Adam and I almost killed each other the other day because of these motherfuckers.
Fuck these guys.
Like,
seriously. Like,
we almost got in a real fight.
I saw that. It was impressive.
It was impressive.
I feel like my entire Lions fanship has been spent deciding whether I want the regime to be fired or not. Like every single regime. That's just how it's been.
This one I wanted gone, and hallelujah, they gone, baby. They gone.
I'll give them my presidential wave.
You know, in fact, I think you'll be pretty excited. I can bring this bad boy back
out. The 1957 joint. Was that actually worn by Bobby Lane?
This was probably worn by last time somebody actually won a playoff game, at least. But it took me a while. It's a little wrinkled here, but it's back out. I'm a proud Lions fan. We have a new direction finally. I don't know which way it's going to go, but
I don't
it's got to
care.
be better than the
I don't care where it's going.
Exactly.
Yep.
No doubt.
This is my
This is
celebration
a
jacket right here. I only bust this bad boy out for special occasions. It's even got a nice stitched-on patch. This is my celebratory Lions jacket. That's what this is.
I love it. I
To
think
be
it looks
fair,
great on you.
You were a proud Lion fan all season this year.
Oh, yeah.
Always.
I was not.
Always.
Not this year. It's been hard. But I was ready to come back.
See,
man.
but
Every
this-
year is hard for us.
I feel like all of Detroit was ready to come back.
This just proved my theory about just let the games play out and everything will be fine. Like, don't worry about winning. Enjoy the wins when we can get them. The losses will come if the losses come.
Accountability at the end of the year.
And
just
here
like
we
my
are.
boy says it.
That's what I've been saying all year long. Like, fucking enjoy the win. When we beat Jacksonville, don't be pissed we beat Jacksonville. Be happy because in the long run, the numbers won't lie. We'll be who we are. And bada boom, bada bing. These motherfuckers are out of here.
Bye-bye.
You are truly happy about it, aren't you?
Dude,
Both you guys?
extremely happy.
Dude, look, I'm all for vision planning. I want to see something. Like, I see something with the Red Wings. I see something with the Tigers.
Right.
I see something with the Pistons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's all I want from my team. Look, we're not going to win the Super Bowl every year. We're not going to win in the playoffs every year. We're not going to make the playoffs every year. But if there's a fucking plan and you see progression, you can get behind it. It's that simple.
Can
man.
Troy Weaver take over for the Lions?
I was saying that same thing the other day.
He's just shook it up for the Pistons.
Right.
Let him shake. Just let him fire fucking everybody in this
I don't
city.
know about that.
It's pretty exciting. My two favorite franchises in the world have a new direction. One of them really looks amazing with what Troy Weaver's doing with the Pistons, and now we've got this complete wide open opportunity in Detroit for the Lions. That I mean, it's familiar. It's a little too familiar, and that's scary.
Right.
Because we know the Fords don't always make the right decision, but I think that overcoming the losing culture here in Detroit is bigger than just saying it. It's
bigger than all of us, baby.
Every city that a new regime comes into, they talk about having to change the culture here. But this is a massive culture that is going to take more than just rhetoric. It's going to take a guy that has a proven record, that has the balls and the staff to come in and change this whole city.
Yeah, we need somebody to put their stamp down. Like, and I want a mean football team. Like, I want an asshole running the Lions. I don't want a nice cuddly guy. I want an asshole that's going to come in, put his stamp down. Our team is full of guys that you would not trust alone in an alley. Like, I want badass. Like, I want the Raiders Midwest.
And
that's what I want next.
And they fucking cut or traded all of the badass dudes that you don't want to meet in an alley.
Right,
The guys that are on Twitter right now lacing up our old management.
Not Ezekiel Elliott. Ziggy Ansah just blowing us up. I mean, Ebron blowing us up. Ashawn Robinson blowing us up. And that says a lot about what everybody in that locker room thought about those two fucking clowns.
Yeah.
Like, and that's exactly what they were, clowns.
There's a great post on Instagram by Woodward Sports that breaks down all of the tweets that you've seen from former Lions. And it's brutal. I mean, most guys are keeping it somewhat professional because they know they got to stay in the NFL.
They don't give a shit about these guys.
The gloves are fucking off.
Because no one's ever going to hire these assholes again. Like, you're burning a bridge to nothing, so who cares?
You know what's a turnoff? Is you have this GM come in, right? You guys go 9-7 the first year with your current coach. Not that everything is fine because they weren't winning against winning teams, but there was progress. You saw something to look forward to as a player, just from a player's perspective. So then a new guy walks in. You're like, all right, let me give this guy a chance. Let's see what he's about. From a player's perspective.
I'm listening, man. I'm listening.
Not hindsight.
I'm listening.
Anyways.
Fucking hate
So this dude walks in and not only attacks the players.
Right.
Tells the players that are probably their best players how shit they are. Like, for me, if I'm walking in as a head coach, I'm not going to kiss everyone's ass. But I'm going to walk in. I'm going to go to a Darius like, hey, I really think you're a very good corner, but you haven't hit your ceiling, man. I think you're this. I think you can go here.
But not only that,
walk in and shit on all your players.
He's not only shit on them individually, he shit on all their accomplishments. Like, he came in, he looked at them, he's like 9-7. We have a lot of work to do here. We got a lot of work to do. Like, this is an uphill battle. You guys haven't done shit. And when people attack that, like the foundation that was already built, instead of being like, you guys are 9-7, we're this close. Just give me that much more effort. We're gonna get into the playoffs and we're gonna make shit happen. Like,
they
instead
set
of being like
up for failure.
No, it's just that whole tone. Whenever you come in and just start bashing what is successful, you're stupid.
100%. They set themselves up for failure. You don't walk in and say 9-7 isn't good enough, knowing, in the NFL out of all sports, you can be 4-12 and be 10-6 the next year.
Right. So 9-7, you're that
close. You do not fucking walk in and say, you guys are all shit.
Right.
Yes, they didn't win the big games.
You got to be Belichick. I mean, it's one thing to have some rings as an assistant.
Boom.
You know,
you got to be you.
Yeah, I'm sick of this Patriot way bullshit. It doesn't work anywhere.
Those guys don't have the clout to come in and swing the hammer the way that they do.
No, even Belichick didn't have that clout when he came into New England. He had to earn it in New England because he was a dog shit coach in Cleveland.
That Ashawn tweet, though, talking about being them taking him out of the league. I mean, I'm sorry, bro.
That's personal,
when you got
man.
a guy on a rookie contract and he's performing the way that Robinson did, and you're telling me you're going to take him out of the league, that guy needs to not be working anymore.
That's personal, and like, you can't be that type of asshole to people all the time. Like, eventually it's going to catch up with you. And you know what I couldn't believe? This is one thing I couldn't believe. We're a brand new sports network in Detroit, right? We're Woodward Sports Network.
Yes,
that the Lions gave us access. Like, I was able to get audio of when they fired.
You got an insider, huh?
Matt Patricia and Bob Quinn.
Uh-oh.
I got the insider. You guys want to listen to this audio?
Gotta hear
we are
this
the
clip.
only ones in Detroit to have this audio. So make sure everybody, if you're watching this right now, share it, because we want everybody to know
huge.
We're the only ones in Detroit with the pure audio of the Lions firing Matt Patricia. This is what it sounded like.
It states quite clearly that all offers shall become null and void if, and you can read it for yourself in this photostatic copy, I, the undersigned,
Matthew Patricia,
shall forfeit all rights, privileges, and licenses herein and herein contained, etc., etc., fax mentis incendium gloria culpum, etc., etc., memo bis punitor delicatum.
take your pencil and leave.
It's all there, black and white, clear as crystal. You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
Good day, sir. Get the hell out of Detroit. Take your ass. You know what I wanted to call them? I really wanted. If I was good at making characters, I would have called them Fat Man and Robin, and just said, get you and your little sidekick, get out of here. Like, I'm so elated today that they're gone, man. I woke up this morning. Oh man, there's hope. There's hope in the city for Christmas.
I thought you were going to want to talk Tyson fight.
I'll talk that Tyson fight, but
I figured you couldn't sleep. It was like Christmas.
you know I
Eve
love
for
Mike
you.
Tyson, but last night was whatever.
You were loving it all day, weren't you?
No, I didn't
It
care.
was a hug fest.
No, I'm saying when you got the news.
Oh, about Patricia?
Yeah.
Oh my God, it changed my day. I was sitting there watching the Wolverines get their ass kicked for the umpteenth time this year. And all of a sudden, I get this text on my phone, and I just get up and I start running around the living room. I go on Facebook Live. We just went hard yesterday because, my goodness, what a great day for Detroit. Like, Thursday hurt.
When I knew it was far-reaching, or how far-reaching in Detroit it was, I spent yesterday at a Friendsgiving with all hippies, and like 6 of the hippies were like, Patricia got fired, bro. I was like, yes, all right, everybody's in on this shit.
Yeah, if it makes it down to the hippies, like
Yeah.
the patchouli-smelling folk of America, if they're pumped,
When
you
the-
know we're all united again. Like,
The guy said it, and I was like, wait, are you talking about the Lions? He's like, yeah, man, they got rid of Bob Quinn. I was like, yes, we're all in this, man.
see, the one thing you didn't expect that could unite the world in 2020, it was getting rid of those two assholes. Like, goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. You almost
Detroit
cost me a
love,
friendship
baby.
with this man right here. Like this man right here, because he, innocently he had hope. He had hope in Matt Patricia.
So I got to ask a hard question here, man.
Ask it. I'm listening.
The Lions bought this franchise in 1964.
I don't want to talk about that.
Yep.
$4.5 million, which would be valued at about $53
Yep.
million. Extrapolate that. That's a 40-time increase in value in the years that they've owned it.
Hell yeah.
2.1 million or 2.1 billion. It's valued
B
at
with a
currently.
billion.
So they've done an amazing job for our city. You can't give the Fords.
What are you
enough
getting
love.
at, man? What are you getting at?
What's the
You
problem? here?
really think that's going to change the
You think-
on-field
you think
product?
That's where I'm going.
You think
That's
the
why
Fords owning
it's
it
a
are
hard
the
question
problem?
to ask, man.
No.
Or,
You want to start or me?
You can go ahead, because I think we agree on this,
Yeah,
actually. We've
look.
talked about this.
Look, ownership in the NFL is so powerful. Beyond being a governor in a fucking state.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yep.
You own one of those 32 teams, you do not give it up. They had to make the Clippers owner get rid of his
Yeah,
Sterling.
and that dude
Like,
was
and
a,
that
a
was
bigot. Like, he
like,
was a racist
Donald
ass.
Sterling, yeah.
I don't want to hear sell the Fords. Fords have to sell. Fuck the Fords. That's the stupidest shit ever. I think Sheila, at least in the last year and a half,
At
or
least
a
in the
year,
past month.
6 months,
Yeah.
honestly, has been okay. I like the attitude of the firing.
Get
I
him, Clyde.
appreciate. I appreciate that she wasn't nice about it, and she was very forward about it.
That's fine.
So again, I
Yeah.
think put the right people in place. She's not a football expert. Like, I don't expect a billionaire to be a fucking football expert. I don't want Jerry Jones as my fucking owner.
See,
know what I mean?
And there you go. Like, sometimes you can't have it both ways. And to me, I actually like the approach that they're taking this time. They said they're going to go through, like,
Yeah.
a firm
process.
to help them find.
Yep.
And to me, that's like, if you're an owner and you don't know exactly what you're doing, but you know your business makes money. I'm not making excuses for the Fords, but they're kind of damned if they do and damned if they don't, because I heard people knocking them if they make their own decisions, and now I'm hearing people knocking them if they bring in somebody else. So at least this time they're admitting, like, hey, I don't know what I'm doing here, so I want to bring in a professional to help
Get
us
better
out.
people in charge.
So
Nothing wrong with
I don't
that.
know, and I just love Sheila Ford. Like, the Fords in the past, sometimes they've let their word linger.
Yeah.
Sheila Ford came down with the hammer.
yeah, I
The
was impressed with
hammer.
that.
Yeah, can we give it up for
That
Sheila
was-
Ford, being a woman of
Yeah.
her word? Thank you,
No
thank
doubt.
you.
That was a breath of fresh air right there.
Yes, it was.
The Fords are never going to give this team up. It's going to
I
be.
wouldn't if I
Why
was
would
them.
you? For sure. I mean, we just talked about it. 40 times in value over the lifetime of the ownership. But we're Motor City. It's going to be something that they're going to be owning for many generations.
Right. Unless they sell it to Woodward Sports in about 10 years
I
when
like
we get
that.
enough money.
I like that.
Well, yeah, that's why, we want to be nice to them, so they'll consider us as
Partnership,
buyers.
you know,
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah. Me and Adam, we could go crazy. Like, we
never
would have a
know,
lot
one
of
day.
fun. I mean, we
One
got
day
your
it'll be fun.
marketing, we got your branding. We could do this for you,
Are
Sheila.
you head coach?
No, we
No?
we
I
would
love
be
you, but no.
consultants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. GM?
I mean, I may draw up a player too. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Well, if you get Eric Bieniemy, you won't have to.
There we go. And that is the next big question. Who is the next head coach of the Detroit Lions?
I got three.
Who do you like,
interesting-
Ensign?
I got three different candidates. Two are kind of pie in the sky, I think, and they're both college guys, Ryan Day and Lincoln Riley.
Oh wow.
Who? I don't know about
Straight to
Day.
college?
Yeah.
Okay,
So you
want to
go with another non-experienced head coach?
What's the
Who's
third?
been successful in? Well, the third is
Jim Caldwell.
Is Ben Hales out of New Orleans. Ben Hales.
Okay.
So for me, I don't really see a lot of great candidates in the NFL right now. I think that there's some really great blood down in college. Does it always work? No.
Right. Yeah, it doesn't always work no matter what you pick, to be honest.
What about you guys?
Do you want to go first? Or?
Well, what's funny about this is I actually wrote an article on September 21st of this year after Green Bay smacked the shit out of us in week 2, thinking, hey, it's about time we move on because the writing was on the wall then. Of course, I was rooting for the team. They're 0-2, but, they got back in it, so I'm a fan till the numbers tell me I'm stupid for being a fan. I'm a fan. But I wrote this article anyways, and I got 5 on here. 2 of them are kind of jokes, but kind of for real, But obviously, the top of everybody's list right now is Eric Bieniemy. Eric Bieniemy is the guy in the NFL. He's the Kansas City Chiefs offensive coordinator. What he does, the creativity. I mean, granted, they do have some better skill set players than us, but that's also because they were able to fill that system with those players. So if we have a system like that in place, I'm geeked for Eric Bieniemy.
I mean, his track record and experience in the NFL on both sides of the ball are undeniable.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yep. And then my second coach, Robert Sala, the defensive coordinator from San Francisco. I love that attitude. That's what I was talking about. You bring that toughness. You bring that attitude. And the dude's from Dearborn, which, is a feel-good story for the city. I know Adam would be pumped.
Oh yeah, I mean he's a great dude. I like the work he's done in San Francisco.
Yep.
I would be happy with either. Bieniemy or Sala for me are the go-tos. You can't go wrong. Look at Andy Reid's coaching tree.
Yeah, it's
They're
a lot
very
better than
successful,
Belichick's.
A lot better than Belichick.
Belichick's broke-ass
So if
tree.
you're gonna take a chance on
Wah,
somebody
wah.
without
like that one.
proven head coaching experience, I wouldn't go to college. I'd go to Bieniemy.
Yeah.
I'd go to Sala. 2 guys who have proven they can be quality coordinators in the NFL.
And one of the guys on my list, this is a guy that I'm probably going to be the only one that mentions it, but I really like what he's done, Scott Turner.
Yes.
He's the offensive coordinator
agree with
in
you on
Washington. I mean, look what he does with that offense. Look what he did with Dwayne Haskins, Alex Smith, whoever the fuck's throwing the ball for them now.
You love the Skins.
No, I mean, this was week 2, man,
Yeah.
before they've proven themselves throughout the season, so you can't give me that shit. But even when he was with Cam Newton, he made him Rookie of the Year in Carolina. Like, he's a quarterback guy.
Joe Brady's another one.
Huh?
Joe Brady's another one if we're going to talk.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Not for
mind
the
Brady.
Lions, just in that conversation of coordinators who are in that hype machine. Joe Brady in Carolina is doing it.
And then my last 2 are the interesting picks that I think everybody will laugh at, but still I think they're in there. Jim Harbaugh.
Okay.
I think he deserves another shot as a pro coach.
leaving.
Huh? You're leaving? You quit?
Come on.
Why, man? Harbaugh was an amazing pro coach. He took the 49ers to the Super Bowl with shoddy quarterback
2 NFC
play.
championships.
Yeah, 2 NFC championships. I mean, he had some run-ins with the organization, but I don't know, man. When he's been in the league, he's proved it. And what else do you want from that?
I can't dispute that. I
So-
can't
Thank you.
dispute that. I just vomited in my mouth, but I
Yeah.
can't dispute that.
And then the one that everybody knows and loves.
I can't with you. I love you so much, but I can't do this.
Bring
man.
back Jim Caldwell.
no. Please
Bring
no.
back my baby. Come home, Jim Caldwell. I know we mistreated you. I know we were wrong. I know we slept with that other fat man with the pencil in his ear, but come home, baby.
All right, I got to
Come home, baby.
I got to hit on an earlier point to disagree with you guys just a little bit here, and that is it's going to take not a culture change, but a massive, massive culture overhaul.
So why the hell would a college coach be qualified to
Because
do that?
when you're dealing with a
look at Cliff Kingsbury.
the responsibilities of a
He
head
didn't come
coach.
into a massive overhaul.
Yeah, he did.
No, he didn't. He had a GM there.
Sorry to interrupt you. What?
Sorry. No. Cliff
Yeah,
Kingsbury
they-
came in with
they
the
dra-
number 1 pick and
Dude, they
GM.
just booted their coach. They booted their first-round quarterback, and then they drafted another first-round quarterback. And that's kind of a rebuild.
No, not so much how the Lions are.
Anyways,
Rebuild
go ahead,
culturally,
Ansel.
but
Get
you guys on
continue,
an
Ansel,
undercard
sorry.
soon.
Go ahead, Ansel. Go ahead.
You know, the overhaul of culture change that is needed here is it's just so much that I don't see a guy that when you run a whole team, it's a little different than taking care of special teams or running offense, running quarterbacks, and a guy that has been successful in like with an OSU program. I want to see somebody be able to come in and bring that
top to bottom organizational change. And when you're a guy like Bieniemy's probably my favorite candidate out of everybody you guys mentioned, just because of his true experience in the NFL for so many decades. I want to see somebody that has done it, that understands the pressures of being the number one, and isn't coming here to learn how to be the number one on the job.
On that point, I think what's important also is the next GM.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
And I have a short list of 4
hand in hand
quality GMs I think should be at least in the consideration.
I want to hear them.
I'm going to go with first Thomas Dimitroff, former Atlanta Falcons GM. Experience, proven track record. He's available. The second guy I'm going to go with is actually Joe Douglas from the Eagles. He helps with operations and scouting.
No.
That's a deep cut right there.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Anyways, we're going to continue. Mike Borgonzi from the Chiefs.
There we go.
Borgonzi.
Can we try the Chiefs way? I'm down to try the Chiefs way.
That's why I was going to bring it up. I think it'd
take a
make you
little
happy.
sample
Bring
there.
in a Chiefs executive along with Eric Bieniemy, and also he's also named the next Chris Ballard, actually, who's the GM of the Indianapolis Colts. So a lot of people are high on him. And my last one is Adam Peters from San Francisco, director of player personnel.
I mean, can we just take everybody? We'll take Kyle Shanahan. We'll take Sala. We'll
No,
take
I don't think we
everybody
can
from
get
San
Shanahan.
Francisco.
Now, you said that they're bringing in a private firm to consult. If they didn't, how would you feel about the homer pick of Chris Spielman?
That's actually Greg Hartman just mentioned him
and
too.
Riddick, no.
I don't know. Like, honestly, I said this on Friday. I don't know enough about the GM selection right now to really hitch my wagon to anybody. All I want is somebody that's going to bring attitude, somebody that's going to hire people, let them do their fucking job, and be like just be the man. Like that, to me, that's a good GM. You hire the right people, you let them do your job. After that, you stand the fuck back and get out of the way.
And that doesn't necessarily mean that you have to walk in as the next GM and get rid of the whole scouting department. If you look at our draft picks, we've actually done a decent job in the later rounds of getting talent.
This last year,
this last draft was very good.
Yep.
So there's things there in the organization that as a GM you walk into, you're like, oh, I like what you're doing here. Let's build on that. Let's add this piece. Let's add that piece.
I got a question for you on
listening.
that. Who's good on this roster? You're talking about it
Define.
right now. Who's good on this roster? Who do we
So-
want to keep? You know, you're talking about these draft picks that we've
Yeah.
had. There's not a lot of talent. They threw away a lot of guys.
There's a lot of
So
talent.
who do
I mean,
like
you got
here?
Swift,
Who
you got-
do you
Yeah.
got to keep.
A lot of talent. You
Yeah.
got Swift.
Yep.
If he can stay healthy.
Decent line play.
I think you pay Golladay 14 to 15 million a year.
Yep.
I think that's
Okay.
a good salary. I don't think
Absolutely.
you overpay for him, though. I'm not for overpaying
Need to
him.
shore up the linebacker
Yeah.
position. Okuda needs to develop into what he was supposed
Yep.
to be.
Okuda
I mean,
needs another
there's
2
pieces here. Like that's
There's
that's
not a
that's
lot,
what
though.
that's what
But-
was so frustrating about this. Like he took a great fucking
No
thing,
doubt.
Not a great
ruined
fucking
it.
thing. A good thing.
He took a great fucking thing.
Fair.
Not
That's
great.
He
very
took
fair.
the greatest thing the Lions
5 and
ever
26
had.
against
He
winning
took
teams.
the greatest.
Don't tell me great.
He took the greatest thing the Lions ever had, and
No,
he
not the
trashed it
greatest
into
thing
what
the Lions
Adam
ever had.
believes is good.
Not the greatest thing the Lions ever had.
Okay,
The
it
Lions
is.
were winning
Sorry,
playoff
check
games
the
in the
stats.
90s.
Check the
Lions
stats.
made an NFC
Check the stats,
championship.
bro. Check the
Lions
stats.
made an
Check the
NFC
stats.
championship in the 90s. Stop telling me check the stats. He's fucking 5 and 26 against winning teams. Don't tell me he was great. I don't understand you.
Check the stats.
Check the stats. 5 and 26. I'm telling you.
Okay, what's his overall record?
36 and 28. He can't win a fucking big game, which is why he should have gone.
What's
either
every
way.
other coach's record for the Detroit Lions?
We
Oh
got
my
Patricia-
goodness. Go to the 90s. We had coaches that were
Here we
taking
go.
us
Let's
and
run
winning
through
games.
it.
Quinn was
Jim-
31, 43, and 1 in his
not-
5 years.
Jim Schwartz
and
was
Patricia
29
went 13, 29, and
Jim
1.
Schwartz was 29 and 51. Rod Marinelli 10 and
We're not
38.
comparing
Steve
him to the shit
Marinucci
coaches.
15 and 28.
He's
Marty
one of the
Morningwig
best
5 and
coaches we've
27.
had.
Bobby Ross 27 and 30. Wayne Fonts 66 and 67, a losing record. Darryl Rogers 18 and 40. Monty Clark 43, 63 and 1.
Add another 9 losses to Patricia.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, like, whatever.
I'm not comparing him to Patricia.
I'm
Just
comparing
stop.
him to all of Lions history. And
Yeah, all of Lions history, he did nothing more than the 90s coaches did. They actually won divisions and won playoff games.
he had the best record of all
Okay,
any
so
coach.
we're going on record. I'm telling you, he's 5 and 6, 5 and 26.
Are we going
against
on record?
winning teams.
You know-
I don't know what more
Hold
you
on,
want to hear.
hold on.
You
You
know
know,
when you're-
hold on.
You play to win the game.
That's
they
why
lo-
we
they
go
do
on
a great
record.
job of losing those
That's
games.
why we go on record.
You play
You
to
play
win the
to
game.
win the game. So
Whatever,
the only
man.
thing at the end of the day that matters to
Stop
me
saying not
is
good
record.
against winning teams. Are you serious, Aaron?
Record.
That's why they don't win playoff games, and that's why they don't compete for the division. I don't know what's wrong with you.
Record.
You remember when you had like that hot
You
piece of
play
ass
to
in your
win the
20s and
game.
really kind of took it for advantage. Took for
advantage
granted.
of you.
No, not
You
advantage.
really kinda
You
took
it for
advantage.
granted, though,
You
and
play-
you didn't really realize what a nice piece of ass you had on your hands.
Right.
And then you look back and you're like, God damn, I miss Wayne Fonts. Holy shit, man.
Yeah, and then you look back and you're like, holy shit, Wayne Fonts didn't even have a winning record.
He didn't. Well,
Yeah, well, his last 2 seasons, they were really bad.
But he does.
Where they didn't make the playoffs.
He
But
does have-
before
he does
that,
have a
what he
playoff win,
accomplished?
Nothing.
Playoff wins, division wins, NFC title game.
Wayne
You
went from like
play to win
4
the
and 10,
game.
4 and 12 to like 12 and 4 every other year. But he did get a playoff win.
I
He
am
brought
pissed, Sean.
excitement here. He also had a guy have his. He had a Pro Bowl offensive lineman get hit by a semi and killed in his front
You
yard the
play
same
to
year
win
that
the
a guy got
game.
hit or got paralyzed. You know, that decimated our offensive line. That team was on its way, man.
So, okay, we can disagree, whatever. Now we're 2 coaches removed from
Yep.
Jim Caldwell. We know it went to absolute shit after Jim Caldwell.
Yep.
Whether you want to argue or not, we went
I'm
from
not going to argue how
we
shit
went
it's
from
been.
the best 4-year stretch in Lions history.
No, it's not the best 4-year stretch. Are you fucking
You
delusional?
play to win the game.
I only go by the record.
By the record. I know. You go
Right.
by nothing else, right?
Right,
You accomplished nothing.
'cause
in
why
4
do you
years.
play?
But wait a second.
Nothing.
Going
Going
by
years.
just the
Win the
record is like
game.
adding up points over 4 seasons.
I can't have
All
actual
it takes is
conversation
what
about
you
this.
did in one
That's
season, getting
ridiculous.
as far as you did.
I
No
don't
one
think
has
Tony
taken this
Dungy's gonna
league, this
coach,
team
Rob.
further than Wayne Fonts in 50 years. That's a fact.
Okay. And you know why he took them further that one season?
Barry Sanders.
No, he won games.
True that.
And why do we play?
You play
To
to
lose
win the game.
games. And you're fucking.
Like, it's crazy to me. But either way, so what's the deal? What do you do now with Matt Stafford? That's the biggest piece of the puzzle moving forward, correct?
me to
I think
go
we can
first, or
agree
you
on
want
that.
to first?
Before even where you should go with it, because I don't necessarily have a choice left or right whether we got to get rid of him or not. But the most important thing is that whatever regime comes in here has to have a clear plan for not just a team, but more importantly, Stafford, because he ties up so much money and he's the entire offense. You know,
Okay, so what's the question here?
we just
then?
can't come in lip-dick at least.
With
from-
Stafford, okay, so do you think you want to hear my solution to it?
Yes, please.
Okay, so clearly we made a big mistake, not trading back and going for a quarterback, and having a long-term answer. I think Stafford has 3 years left in him as a good quarterback. So we're not going to move away anytime. His contract, honestly, is actually friendly now in hindsight, considering quarterbacks are getting paid 30, 40 million. So having said that, I think his contract is very manageable. What you do is you find the quarterback of the future. Whatever coach walks in, Stafford's the guy. You're not expecting a rookie 3rd round, 4th round, even 1st round pick to come in right away. So that's my philosophy. You bring in somebody that you can groom, a Jimmy Garoppolo-esque, even Jordan Love, even though we haven't seen him yet. But that kind of mindset of bringing in the guy, so at least when Stafford does decide to hang it up, you have a plan. So I think that's a very important conversation to have in the organization. It's not get rid of Matthew Stafford. He doesn't win big games. We've never won a big game under Caldwell. Caldwell has as many playoff wins as Marinelli, but I don't want to get into that. Matthew Stafford, I think, is a solution for the next 3 years.
How many playoff appearances? How many playoff appearances?
He didn't need to make the playoffs to win as many as Caldwell did. But
Yeah.
anyways,
Oh, great.
yeah, he didn't need to make them. That's
You can say the same about any coach since 1957. Wayne Fonts has
No, you're
one
just
win.
discrediting Jim
One
Caldwell's
win.
Really big win, bro.
You
Oh,
look at-
yeah,
you're
huge
only
win that
looking-
this guy's going to
you're
jerk
only
off
looking at
about it
Jim
and call it our
Caldwell's
best
record.
coach
Franchise
ever.
is hanging their hat on that win.
Yeah,
for
this
50
guy's
years.
hanging his hat on it like that makes him the best coach ever.
All of the city's
I didn't say he's the
hanging
best
on.
coach
because
ever.
they
It's the only
won
hope we
one game
got.
and then got blown out by the fucking Redskins the next game.
I
Yeah,
didn't say he was the
great,
best coach
great.
ever. I didn't say it was the
That
best
was
coach
an
ever.
ass
You just
whooping.
can't handle arguments. man.
Ass whooping. Hey, it's all right, man. I'm sorry. I know
Well,
facts hurt your feelings, man.
No,
think
they're not. I'm giving you facts. 5-26, no division titles, no playoff wins. I don't want to fucking hear shit. 5-26
Let's talk about
against
the
good
future.
teams.
36
Fuck
and
the past.
28.
Great.
36 and
That's
28.
great. They all fucking
36 and
sucked.
28.
That's
Can
great.
We,
What
can
an
we agree on
accomplishment.
that? They all fucking sucked.
No.
I didn't know we play football. I didn't know we play football not to accomplish anything.
Caldwell and Fonts had some redeeming years. They all fucking sucked. This franchise has been terrible for 50 years. But Stafford is the enigma right now. He stands in the middle of the progress of this team, in my opinion. I think that we can keep him around for another year, groom a young rookie quarterback.
You have to draft a quarterback this year, for sure.
Absolutely.
But
but
who's
there
that
has
quarterback
to
gonna
be?
be?
Because you get that
Justin
free
Fields?
first.
It's early now.
It's got to
but-
be Fields.
It's early now because we don't know where
We're
our draft pick
selecting
is
right
going to
in
be.
11 or something
Well,
right
right
now?
now, but if let's say
Shit,
we
we're
lose
gonna
out,
be picking. We're
what
gonna
are
be
we,
picking
4 and
5
12?
by the end of the year.
Yeah, if we're 4 and 12 by the end of the year, then I'd say okay, you can probably make a move. I think you can get Stafford away for a second, a second and a third, maybe a future third.
And it won't hurt us too much either.
No,
Yeah,
but
what
I
do you
think
think?
If we
Stafford
can
should
keep
stay
him
though. I
one
think
more
Stafford
year,
should stay
it
though.
hurts us way less with the cap, and we get that because
Yeah, it was
listen,
$20 million if we traded him
Stafford's
this
going to be
year.
a first ballot Hall of Famer.
No, he's
We'd have him
not.
for
No,
1 year.
he's
to be able-
not.
No. He's not. No.
That's
Okay.
come
Anyways,
on.
back to the Stafford argument.
Let's
please.
talk about real
is the
shit.
Stafford
Reality is that we have Matthew Stafford for another few years. I think for sure he's the quarterback next season.
Agreed.
I think also as the next GM and the organization as a whole, talk to Matthew Stafford and see what he wants. I think he deserves to go play on a ready-to-win football team. I don't think we're that. I think we're 2 years away, minimum 2 years away, and that's based on if we draft a quarterback this year.
Stafford hasn't done anything to deserve that type of treatment.
What do
in
you
my
mean?
opinion.
He's
He
been
isn't-
the best quarterback in the franchise's
absolutely a
history.
first ballot Hall of Famer.
No, he's
No, he's
not.
not.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus,
He
fuck,
has
man.
not won the games to earn what do you want to do. He just hasn't. Not one fucking guy in a Detroit Lions Honolulu Blue uniform has deserved or has earned the right to say this is what I want to do. This new regime needs to come in here, draft a young quarterback, say this is what's happening. Stafford's here to mentor and lead the team for 1 year, and leave the writing on the wall without saying it that he's going to be gone. Because they have to get assets out of Stafford. They can't let
They
him sit
don't
here
have
for 3
to.
hours.
If they're smart about it, they don't have to. They
If
can
we
be
don't get assets out of Stafford, we're idiots.
Absolutely.
If we let him ride out into the sunset and
Ha.
get nothing in return for his, at that point, 15 years in Detroit, then we're stupid.
But I'm worried about them coming in-
especially if we bring in an Eric Bieniemy who thrives off of having a mobile quarterback, and that's really going to
And
be
if we're
it.
worried about coddling Stafford and, hey, do you want
No,
to go
and
here?
that's
Do you
not
want
about
to go
coddling.
there? We have to. Whoever comes in has to come in with a firm iron fist and say, this is our direction.
Yeah, but
period.
reality, forget the iron fist. Reality is he has X amount of years on his contract, I believe 3.
And you can
I think
stay
next
with
year,
that plan
I
is
think
by-
next year
it-
for sure he has to be the quarterback.
Yes.
And then it's a decision of we give him away with 2 years left on
Yeah.
his deal. Let's try to get a second and a third round pick, give him to a team that's on the cusp but need a quarterback or they have injury problems. I don't know. But for me, that's the logical solution. We're not going to draft a quarterback in this draft, and he's going to start next season. It makes no sense to me.
No. And you get that free year as a first year coach, so I think that's a great plan. You know, there's some.
I wonder
great
how
prospects
Stafford
coming
feels
out.
about this, though. Does he want to go to a winner of the last 3
That's
years
why I said
of
the
his career?
organization needs to talk to Stafford. Does he want to leave?
Right.
after
Does
his
he want to go to
contract?
Denver, per se, and try to pursue it there because they actually have somewhat of a defense, some young rookie?
Belichick would love to have him.
Belichick? I don't know. Oh, I mean, you could see that, but is Stafford a Belichick-type quarterback? I mean, Favre wasn't really a Belichick-type quarterback, and I'm not saying Stafford is Favre, but when it comes to arm strength, risk-taking, and shit like that, he
kinda
does
similar.
he does stuff like that. But in his career, he's more Jay Cutler, more
He's better than Jake.
Phillip
Cutler.
Rivers. I think Phillip Rivers and him are the closest I can compare it to, except Phillip Rivers has had a little more playoff experience.
Yeah.
Like,
He's had
and
more
wins.
Yeah,
success.
I
for
like the
certain.
Phillip Rivers, not so much the Jay Cutler. But I think the Jay Cutler you're talking
with
from
the arm strength. Yeah,
so,
that's
okay.
that's really
I
what
got
I
you.
Came into the league playing very similar styles.
Yeah. So I don't know, man.
I think listen to what Stafford wants. See what
Right.
he wants. If he's saying no, I just want to write out my contract, then I think you have to draft a quarterback. And
what if they
honestly,
send Stafford to the Bears?
I don't know. I don't care where they send him.
I got a question for
I
you.
just go ahead.
What if they don't draft a quarterback next year? What
That would
kind of,
shock me.
What kind? Let's say they draft somebody in the 5th or 6th, 7th round that's not viable
Ready.
option going forward. And what does that do for the
That
mind
tells me
state
they're
and
going
direction of the entire franchise?
That tells me they're going with Stafford for the next 3 years,
Yeah.
and they're hoping in the
That's
next
scary.
draft or two that they're. It doesn't make sense to draft a quarterback in the 4th, 5th round.
If they
doesn't make
bring
sense
in
to me.
a regime that plans on winning with Stafford,
You can.
we're just going
It's-
backwards.
it's
We're running in
proven-
place.
It's proven that with a quality team and a quality head coach, with the Jim Caldwell, they couldn't win the big games. So I think, and this is reality for Stafford. We haven't won the big games. I don't think personally we've done enough to support him, other than that 11-5 year where we had a big roster.
Agreed.
That was a letdown year for me.
Yeah.
But other than that, I think he's done a good job being a franchise quarterback for the Detroit Lions franchise, which
Yeah.
is an accomplishment in and of itself.
He's never embarrassed
So,
himself out there.
Again, I think we need to draft a quarterback in the high rounds. We need to make a move for a quarterback, whether it's a Justin Fields, a Trask. I don't know.
It's got to be Fields. Fields is the only guy I really
Fields
want.
makes sense with Bieniemy.
If
Right.
we- if we have
Oh
a
my
top-
God, dude, my pants just got
we
tighter.
can agree on shit,
Holy
man.
shit, man! If we could get Bieniemy and Justin Fields in here, my nipples would be hard. Like I would be cutting the glass down at LCA.
That would be a nice combo.
Oh man. Just think about that.
Why are you
Sean,
cutting the
I
windows
need
at
to answer.
LCA?
I need to answer
Because
Sean
that was the
real
only
quick.
thing I could think of with glass and ice and like cold and.
I need to answer
I mean, I'll
Sean
cut the
Dodd.
windows at
I
Ford
hear it.
Field, whatever. I'm just cutting windows, baby, because I would be so
Glass,
hard.
watch out, glass everywhere.
Like we would be doing limbo under my pants if we got Bieniemy and Justin Fields. Like, who's your dream scenario? Quarterback and head coach.
You'd have to give me a little bit on that one.
Adam, who's your dream scenario? Quarterback and head coach, as you type bullshit in our chat room.
Yeah, sure. My dream scenario for this upcoming season.
Yeah.
I'd like to see Bieniemy at head coach, and if we could maneuver in the draft, which I think is going to be almost near impossible, because how bad the Jaguars and the Jets are. I would love to see Justin Fields in a Honolulu Blue.
Yes.
But it's going to be hard to get him, man. That's where, okay, hey, Jacksonville, do you want Stafford? We'll give you Stafford. We'll give you a future pick and a second-round pick for that second pick while keeping our 5th or 6th pick, whatever it is.
What about Minshew? Can we trade for
No,
Minshew?
no.
Give me Minshew, baby. Give me that mustache in Detroit.
Please, God, no.
Please, God, no. You guys want to get into some fantasy football talk
Yeah.
now? I think we
Wait,
discussed.
are we getting all of our preferred coaching picks?
Yeah, I forgot to come back to you. See, this is what happens.
I didn't hear yours.
when you
though.
when
You
you
want
dude,
Bieniemy?
Bieniemy and
All day.
Justin Fields would get me. Like,
Bieniemy Fields, I think, is a good
I would
one.
hook them up with anything. I made that offer to Bieniemy yesterday. Whatever strip club on 8 Mile he wants to frequent, I will bring them bitches
got
to
you,
you.
homie.
But yeah, whatever you need. I mean, like we can bring you. Like I can bring you everything from Whole Foods to whole crack.
we all
Whatever
agree on
you
one
need,
thing?
I got you, man. If you come to Detroit.
Sleeping
Can we
with
all agree on one thing,
Bieniemy.
though?
What's that?
Can we all agree on one thing for sure?
Caldwell was the best coach in Lions history.
No, fucking no.
I feel you on
If
that.
it's
homie.
a Robert Sala or an Eric Bieniemy,
Yeah.
whatever the case is, we need to go for a quarterback this year. And again,
I think
it's
we
not-
need to
I agree on
regardless.
that.
I
Not
thought we
hitting the-
should have this last year.
Yes, it's not hitting the panic button.
No.
You have to have a plan.
Plan, right.
You need a quarterback for the next 10 years. Stafford's not playing for another 10 years.
Yeah,
So
look
can
what
we-
they're doing with the Packers. You
Yeah.
know, like that's
Belichick had Tom Brady in his prime for fucking 14 years. I think he drafted like 6 quarterbacks in
well,
that
the
span.
Garoppolo thing really fucked.
But
that
he
Yeah,
up.
but
traded
he tried
like
it.
three
He
of
tried
them
it so
away.
many times. He always drafted a quarterback in the
Right.
2nd or the 3rd round,
or
just
even
in
later,
case.
and
Right.
always hit with them.
Yeah, so we can move into fantasy.
Jacoby
but
Brissett. I mean,
it's a good time to be a
Garoppolo.
Lions fan. The shitheads are gone. We can look forward, and hopefully the right decisions
I'm
are
a
made.
Ryan Day guy. I like the young guy. I think he's.
I like his last name.
There you go.
You guys are
I could
hilarious.
flash my ID and be like, "No,
All-
I'm the coach's
all day,
I'm
all
his,
day.
I'm his coach's
Hey, it's my
cousin.
brother. Let
right.
me in,
Hey,
please.
no, it's cousin Sam. Hey, I'm here.
So can we please talk about Nate Robinson getting his ass knocked out real quick before we stay on football?
Yeah, do you want to do the Nate Robinson challenge real quick? Adam, can you grab your? So we're doing the Nate Robinson challenge.
You're on the. Yeah. All right, guys. 1 second. Sam is being weird right now. Hey, Nate. You okay, buddy? You okay, Nate?
Bug out.
You okay, Nate? Get up, Nate. Dad? Dad?
And that's it. That's how you do the Nate Robinson.
That's how you do the Nate Robinson
You just
challenge,
lay down
people.
flat on your fucking face because you get knocked out by a loser ass dude named
Dude,
Jake
he's
Paul.
5'5", man.
To be fair, watching that fight, Jake Paul looked way more suited for a fight than
Dude,
Nate
I was
Robinson did.
shocked. I was
He
shocked.
looked like he could fight. I don't
Yeah.
know what Nate. I think Nate Robinson was just hitting bags for a few weeks.
Dude,
I don't think he
yeah,
sparred at all.
He's 5'5". Even if he was a skilled fighter, that reach is you're fucked. You're fucked.
Yeah. So yeah, that's about all the time I want to spend on that.
Okay. Tyson looked pretty amazing, didn't you?
I
Think
didn't. No one
you thought it
looked
was a draw?
amazing. I didn't think it was a draw, but I
Okay,
just
who
thought
won?
it looked like slow motion
Tyson
fat
looked more
Tyson
ferocious.
fighting slow
Yeah, he
motion
did.
fat.
I think for Tyson
not how I
showed
wanna
up for-
It was
remember
a
my
baller
heroes.
versus a technician, and he saved his life staying away from Tyson.
It's
all
not
day.
how I
Dogg
want to
was the highlight
remember
of
my
the night.
heroes.
If those were 3-minute rounds, he would have been on the floor.
Yeah,
Snoop
if,
Dogg was the
if it
highlight.
wasn't for Snoop, that whole thing, like when he started singing "Amazing Grace" or whatever he was
Snoop
singing while he
was
was on the ground. But yeah, I don't know. That's not how I want to remember my heroes. Like, you want to see Fat Jordan go play right now,
No.
1-on-1 against Fat Magic Johnson? It's like,
I
no.
want to see Fat Magic. Or
I don't want to
fat,
see this.
How about Skinny Zeke versus Fat Jordan? Because Zeke is looking good still.
Zeke will cut you still.
I
Like,
know, bro.
Zeke carries a
Bro,
razor on
right?
him. Like, I love Zeke, man.
Yeah.
Miss those bad boys
Anytime
days.
you want to come back, Zeke, we love you, bro.
Yeah. So let's get into fantasy football.
Crazy landscape, bro.
Do you want to? I got a dilemma that we got to get into before we really get into our picks, because I actually need your help. Anson, you're in my league, so you may not want to help me since I'm in first place,
Who are you playing?
motherfuckers. Who am I playing?
Let's see.
Jonah. I'm playing Jonah.
I don't really care. That
Yeah. Well, so Here's my predicament. I have Ben Roethlisberger as my starting quarterback, right? They put off the game Thursday because of COVID. They moved it to Sunday. Then they moved it to Tuesday. Now James Conner has COVID. The quarterback's coach for Pittsburgh has been quarantined because he came in close contact with someone with COVID. I may be running the risk of starting Ben Roethlisberger on Tuesday for a game that may not even happen. And that scares the shit out of me, leaving that in the NFL's hands and COVID's hands until then.
And you need a win.
But I do need a win, and my only backup right now is Mitch Trubisky.
Ugh. You like that Taysom Hill trade I made last week?
I didn't care, yeah.
Well, we'll see today.
Anson,
Yeah.
we're not here to suck your dick.
Right.
We're trying to help my fucking friend out, man.
Bro,
Anson's always here to suck his
come
own
on,
dick.
You can't. Trubisky's coming back from injury. It's a terrible fucking offense. Their running back just came back from concussion protocol. Fucking stay away.
They're
going
gonna
to
be down, though, against the
Green
Packers.
Green Bay is number 5 giving up points against the quarterback.
Do you have an
position.
Instagram?
Yeah.
How
Anson
often do you
Wells.
look at NFL highlights? Have you ever seen the Mooney and the other Chicago wide receivers run dead open a million times a game, and the ball is always overthrown?
And nobody can.
I
Get
think
it to him.
Trubisky is the play. If you're so concerned about Ben, I think you play Trubisky. Honestly,
There's too
and-
much.
I wouldn't be
There's too much
surprised.
Let me
money
throw
to
this in
cancel
there.
a Pittsburgh Steelers football
I'm
game.
listening.
Don't
And they're
worry.
playing the Ravens, though.
They
The
are
Steelers
not,
are playing the
they are
Ravens.
not canceling that game.
defense.
That is also a good defense. So
Listen.
we're talking a delayed game against a good defense, and I'm taking the risk that the game may not even happen. This is just where I'm at. I don't know.
I would almost never start Mitch Trubisky ever. He's fucking trash.
unless it's against the Lions.
But I also have
Next week.
I also have a very big rule, and that is a guy, unless he's a stud, which he is not, he has to play his way back in your lineup coming back from injury or from being
well,
benched.
I agree, but Sam's situation doesn't fucking allow that.
Right.
If Ben Roethlisberger,
I get that.
If-
And that's
if
why
I
you
get a-
don't
if
choose
I get
that.
a goose
You don't
egg-
choose that.
out, he
I will
gets
take
zero.
the risk with Ben Roethlisberger.
You would take the
based
risk?
on the the millions of dollars made or lost by the NFL and them not canceling that game.
Yeah, no, I think honestly, fuck Ben Roethlisberger this week.
Go with Mitch?
Forget the matchup. Just take the 14, 18 points that Trubisky will get you.
I don't know.
Lock
That's-
those in the
you
bag.
guys have been a lot of help.
You already have a big lead.
I don't
you
have
had
a big
McLaurin
lead.
go off. You had Gibson go off, and you had Cooper go off.
I did.
Fucking take the extra 18, 14 points. Don't risk a goose egg.
That-
then you will lose.
Because I also have Ebron at tight end, so if that game's
There's
done,
the contrarian play, and then there's the champion play.
well, we'll find out.
Indeed.
I got till tonight to make that decision, so we'll see about that. If you guys have any fantasy
does help.
football questions, let us know. Just put them in the chat, and we'll do our best to reply to them. You want to get into my sticks picks of the week? Every week I do these. I try to find the mid-pack guys of the league and that I think are going to have kind of a breakout game. Plus, if you play daily fantasy, it's always fun to build this little lineup because these are cheap guys that you could probably get and blow out the competition. My quarterback of the week, besides the Pat Mahomes and the layups, is Kirk Cousins. What do you guys think about starting Kirk Cousins this week?
Who's he playing?
He's going up against Carolina.
I like it.
Yeah, I like it too.
Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen.
Thielen may be out this week, but then that means Justin Jefferson's going to have a monster week. And he stacked up 3 touchdowns, 2 touchdowns, and 3 touchdowns in his past 3 games, going up against the Carolina defense, which was historically bad before they kicked the shit out of the Lions. I like Kirk Cousins to have a big game this week in fantasy football.
I'll take it.
He is without Adam Thielen.
Yeah, yep.
So
Jefferson should have a big game, right?
I'm
I'll
really
take
glad
it.
that I
He has
left
a
him on
running
my
game
bench.
to support him. I think he'll be comfortable. I don't think he's going to make mistakes.
No, Jefferson's a
Honestly,
stud.
I see a stat line against Carolina 226 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 picks. That's good for a.
How
a
nice
fantasy
must it
option.
be to be the Vikings? And it's like, oh, my top wide receiver's out. That's okay. I have my rookie stud and my running game to lean on.
Well, and
Like,
the run-
how nice is that?
and a running game that is basically a receiver that can take it to the house at any point.
Right.
Cook is a monster.
Speaking of running games, my running back fantasy football start of the week, Wayne Gallman. I
He's been
like that guy.
consistent,
He
man.
has been consistent, and he's also seeing 1 to 2 targets in PPR leagues. He has 5 touchdowns in the past 4 games.
He's the red zone option there. Nice.
And the Bengals, I think they're going to mail in the rest of the season. They got nothing to play for. They don't have a
Bengals are-
quarterback. They don't have a running back. AJ Green is going to be out there in his wheelchair.
It's been a rough week in Cincinnati.
Yeah, real bad week in Cincinnati. Wide receiver fantasy football week 12. Marquez Valdez Scantling.
You're going
Interesting.
deep cuts today, huh? I love
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
I'm
I'm-
proud
Isn't
of you.
Lazard back?
I don't think Lazard is back, and Adams is really the only one
he
getting
is.
double
If
looks
Lazard
there.
isn't back, I'd say yes. If Lazard is back, that's a big
Lazard
risk.
is back.
He's had 6 targets over the past 2 games, so if he can keep that up this week, I think he should have a solid fantasy football
So
day.
we're talking like 11 to 12 points.
Yeah, no, these are the guys that if you're like him
Unless he
and
gets a
Han for
touchdown.
your flex, who you got on your bench, these are your flex starts essentially.
Yeah, Lazard's gonna be in the lineup, but he's gonna be on
Limited.
Limited.
Yeah.
All right, I
So
cool that.
I'm
cool
going
with
Valdez Scantling.
Why?
Just because he's seen 6 targets over the last couple of games.
Averaging?
Yep, they got no 6 and 6.
Oh.
So like that's pretty consistent.
That would be averaging.
Yep, but also it's not really an average. It's just is what it is.
Getting 6 from Rodgers is a good look.
Yep, and then tight end Dallas Goddard.
I love that one.
Ertz may return this week, but they said the same thing. He's on kind of a snap count if he does. And I just love he's had 12 targets over the last 6 games,
Now,
which is 6 average.
His quarterback's not gonna be playing.
Who? Wentz?
Yeah,
I know. They may go with Hurts.
I saw that.
I saw that too. That's exciting.
There is a wild COVID landscape.
Yeah, this week especially. Like,
No-
it's so
no
weird how it
Lamar
hit
Jackson.
everybody this week.
No Lamar Jackson. Your boy is out. And then in Denver, that's what I'm talking
That's hilarious.
I
That
really
whole
wanna talk about
situation
that
is
shit.
hilarious.
You could have picked him up and started him.
Who?
Kendall Hinton.
Yeah, no. Over Trubisky? No.
no.
No?
No.
Man.
The 4th-string quarterback over the starter that was undefeated going into the time he got benched.
Wait. All right.
Ben's
That's our
direction.
bet. That's our bet. I'm taking Kendall over Trubisky.
To
Oh
have
my
a
God,
better,
that's the
A
easiest bet
better
of my
fantasy
life.
day.
all right.
Against the New Orleans defense, Anson, honestly, sometimes I question you. Are you okay?
It's okay. I was going back through all my
I'm
weeks.
concerned. I'm genuinely concerned for you.
They aren't going to be. He's not going to be throwing the rock a lot. He is going to be running it. He's going to be running some wildcat.
Hinton.
And he's going to break his leg
packages.
against the New Orleans defense.
I don't know. We'll
And then
see.
they're going to put the punter at quarterback.
He didn't shake my hand. I like that bet, man. I hate.
Well, let's
Trubisky.
go then,
Wow.
motherfucker.
Wow.
I'll take-
I would
let's
bet you
do
my
lunch, baby.
mortgage.
All right, I got lunch on this. I got
Lunch? I'm down with lunch. Yeah, Anson, you get free lunch. If
I don't
you're
have
right.
a mortgage, so
Yeah, there we go. All right, let's get into your sit 'em and start 'em for the week, and let's kind of blow through all of these. Let's roll,
do it.
Anson. Let's go.
Start it.
I'm gonna put a fun little
you know,
funky.
Mark Andrews is out as well.
Fix your mic, Anson.
Yeah.
My whole damn squad, man.
Mandrews is out.
And
Sideways,
the
man.
Andrews is not a man today.
All right, go ahead.
Not a man
No, he's
today.
fine. He's fine. That's how it's been all season. Yeah.
We gotta get that pretty face. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So Taysom Hill, I absolutely am fucking in love with. I think this guy
Guy hasn't thrown a touchdown pass since 2016.
Doesn't matter. He's
Doesn't
still put up
quarterback.
25 points last week in his first time ever running an offense. He's 30 years old. This guy is made for fantasy football.
All right.
Period.
You know, guys, I'm made for fantasy football because I haven't thrown a touchdown pass ever in the NFL.
Do you know Hinton has thrown a touchdown pass more recently than Taysom Hill in the NFL?
Well,
Did
more
you know
reason
that?
you should have picked him up.
Did you know that?
Oh, my God.
Isn't that
I love
fun?
you, Anson.
That's a fun
Continue.
stat. Go ahead.
Tua is out, apparently. I like Tom Brady. I think that Casey's going to run the score up. Tom Brady is a savage after a loss.
Yep.
I like that play.
So I like him coming about. And he always steps up for the big games.
And he's like 10-1 against the spread when he's picked to lose at home.
Really?
Yes.
That's a fucking
Talk
deep
about a
stat
record.
right there.
Deep stat,
Yeah.
baby.
He loves that shit.
I love that shit.
Giselle's just putting that shit on his pillow at night. Did you
She's
see
like,
what they're
honey,
saying, baby?"
you're underrated today. You're going to lose.
I'm sitting Mitch Trubisky's
No, you're not.
garbage
No, you're
ass.
not.
Listen, you asked me for advice. I would stay away from him at all costs. You do have until 8 o'clock. I
Yep.
think that they would probably let us know some point today if they're gonna move that game.
I'm glad I'm glad it's not a 1 o'clock decision on this. It actually really helps this
The
week.
fact that Lamar Jackson, who is the face of the league coming into this season,
I
is
also
out.
have
and-
RG3.
No, but what I'm saying is at the beginning of the season, he was the face of the league, and
What up, Mitch?
he's out,
Really?
and they haven't. Yeah,
Mahomes is the face of the league.
but he was
man.
the MVP last year.
Okay, but
And-
Mahomes is the face of the
Yeah,
league.
he was the MVP as the
He's
most
the
dynamic
biracial
running back
baby.
in the
Okay, one of the
NFL.
top 2 guys, and with him being out and all of the other COVID stuff, they still haven't postponed the game. I don't think it's going to happen.
Okay.
I think there's too much money involved.
So-
I
so-
think that you're okay on that.
So do I start RG3? I do have him.
That's a sexy, sneaky pick. Just because of the running ability.
Yeah.
But, it's
Trubisky, man. Guys, come on. Trubisky.
they're gonna have to throw the
Trubisky
ball.
can run too.
Trubisky,
Hey,
and I
they're
don't like
gonna have to
Trubisky,
throw
and
the
I'm telling
ball.
you,
You know
Trubisky.
that because they're not going to be able to run against the Steelers defense.
I hate this decision.
They're without Dobbins. They're without Mark Ingram. They're down to just Edwards and RG3, man.
Man, I got a decision to make tonight.
It's probably going to come down to who's going to make the most mistakes.
What up,
for
Mitch?
You know, is who's going to go out there and make the most mistakes.
Yeah. All right. Who are your running back starts?
Love Miles Sanders, even though
Yeah.
I'm going up against him in a game in a league I really need a win. He missed a couple of weeks, and he came back and has been pretty average. That offense has been below average in general. The only way that I see them coming out and beating the Seahawks is a ground control game, and that favors Sanders big time. I love both backs in Cleveland, and I'm not even going to talk about David Montgomery because I hate him too. But
You just hate him because of the drama that trade caused in our league.
You guys have
know
baby
what?
mama drama.
Oh my God, we have a league with a bunch of fucking toddlers.
yeah.
I've never
It's
seen
such
so
a-
many
He
people
said it,
cry
not me.
Dude, it's such a
about
gotcha
grown men
league.
making a decision.
It's such a gotcha league. Like,
my
hey, he
God.
broke the rules. Somebody call him out for breaking the rules. It's like, well, no, they didn't
I
really
am
break the rules.
Ultimate bad guy cheater, just rat fink of all.
The
fucking
You're a
one,
drama queen,
the
too.
one critique I have on Anson is he is not the calm commissioner. It's fuck you, quit the league then if you don't like it.
Well, I know it. Not in the last 2 years. This year I resigned.
I'll show you a text from this year
I didn't say
of
fuck
you
too.
quitting the league
No, I resigned as commissioner.
Right.
For a day.
for a day.
I needed some breath.
That's not how commissioners work.
Imagine Roger Goodell coming out.
I'm outta here
I am
for a
sick
day."
of this shit. Sheila, I don't know why you did that to
Jerry
them.
Jones, I'm tired of your bullshit.
There's 3 guys in this fucking league that for 12 fucking years, every year, cannot fail to be a complete pain in the fucking neck. And then the shit that they complain about, they come back and are either guilty of up front or afterwards and then take it to the next extreme.
It's
It's
phenomenal to
unbelievable.
watch.
Yeah.
And then I call them all pussies.
Friendship ending fantasy league.
I call them all
baby.
pussies, and then everybody gets mad at me for
man.
speaking
That's
the
the commissioner right
speaking
there.
the truth. Right. I'm like, guys,
Yeah.
either leave or play the game.
You and
Leave
your-
or play the
you and your
game.
phonograph company.
Oh yeah, that's right. We're on the phonograph right now.
That
Adam.
was a real nice slant there.
Dude, so this guy tries to insult me twice. Once he insults Dak Prescott for breaking. Your team's as broken as Dak Prescott's leg.
That's not nice.
Guess what happens? Joe Burrow busts his fucking leg to eternity.
He
His
invested his
rookie
entire
quarterback.
team into it.
He threw away his whole draft for this kid. And then he bashes on me for like I used to be on the radio for being on the radio.
No, he's like, good luck with your new venture, your phonograph company.
And literally, he's done a draft with us, and I've heard him ask, "Do you want fries to that?" Because he's a bartender who takes food orders, and it's like, bro, you're gonna clown me? So
How
like
many rings you got in that league?
me,
Yeah.
I got none.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I
You
got
haven't won yet?
none. Anson's got 2.
How long has this been going?
this is our 12th year.
Yeah, I've been in at 9.
Rage and Ryan has 4.
Yep.
Oh,
Rage and
wow.
Ryan's got 4. I got 2.
Yeah, but
and
how
then
many
there's-
does this guy have?
And then there's a hand. He has the first one, which in a dynasty league doesn't mean shit.
So
Right.
he hasn't won in 11 years.
Right.
I'm gonna
Correct.
suck a dick.
Right?
He does. suck
I've
at
won
that.
as
yeah.
many in the last 11
and
years.
for the last 11 years, it led him up to
Jim
trashing his
Caldwell
entire-
has as many wins as this guy in the past 11 years.
I like that one.
All right, Anson.
something you guys can agree on when it comes to Caldwell.
All right, Anson, who you got?
Justin Jefferson, he's going
Yeah.
to be the number 1. This is his coming out party.
sure.
He's already had a few. I absolutely fucking love this game. Carolina has not been able to contain number 1 receivers. I was sick on Thanksgiving, so I left Marvin fucking Jones in my lineup, and I don't have this guy in there, and I'm crying about it. I need a win bad this week. If you have him,
Start
whatever,
him.
you have to start. I'm considering
The fact that you got him for Denzel Mims makes me sick.
Love it. Well, I did give up Aaron Rodgers as well, but you know
1 year.
the possibility of what Jefferson can do is making me consider sitting Michael Thomas, despite the crazy day that him and my boy Taysom Hill had last week.
All right, who you sitting at wide receiver?
Hate Debo Samuel. A lot of people are talking about him coming back to save that passing offense there because Kittle is out and Brandon Ayuk is still out with concussion. I don't like that spot for him at all. The Rams do have some lockdown safeties and are just defensive backs in general.
And you got Allen Robinson on your sit list? How you going to disregard a St. Mary's
I
wide
will tell
receiver?
you how.
Orchard Lake
It's
St.
called
Mary's.
Mitch fucking Trubisky, bro.
Oh, man. Trubisky throws a
You
better
just-
ball than.
you see, I'm starting the running back and I'm sitting the wide receiver and the quarterback. If that answers your quandary,
Yeah, I got you. Who you got starting at tight end?
Hunter Henry, man, he's a guy that I haven't talked about all year.
Right.
He's hasn't been amazing, but he's been super serviceable.
The matchup works out really well for him with the Bills. They've been terrible against PPR tight ends. And then Tyler Higbee, Gerald Everett. I know a lot of people drafted them, overdrafted them this year, but they're just shitting on each other.
All right. And then you got some other sits, Rob Gronkowski and Jonnu Smith.
Yeah.
So those are your sit starts. If you guys have any questions, comment that in the comments section on Facebook Live or on YouTube Live. Adam, do you want to get into our picks of the week? We picked 3 games. We actually differ on all 3 of these games, so
That's
it's going to
the
be
first time this year, though.
Yeah, that we're completely different. So it's going to be interesting to see what Anson has to say about them. Go ahead.
First game is Arizona, New England. I have New England pulling off the upset. You, of course, have Arizona.
I do have Arizona. It's only New England's +1. Are they? Did that line
There's a reason
change?
for that.
Did that line change at
I'll
all?
check right now for you. No, the line hasn't changed. They're still +1. They are home.
Oh, I got Patriots +2 now.
It's +1 on BetMGM. And
Okay, all right.
They're our boys, so
All right.
we take care of
We
them.
go.
and
We
use
only
their
go
lines.
with BetMGM. All right, Anson, who do you got in that game?
Which game?
The Patriots versus the Cardinals. Patriots are +2.
Man, you know, the prognostications I was reading just love New England in that one, and I feel like that's a trap.
It's a trap.
Everything's
Yeah,
a trap. For
He
you.
says that every week.
Every game.
I didn't. You know, I just watched Return of the Jedi too.
It's a trap.
It's a trap. I don't like the trend that everybody is feeling with Arizona right now going down. I don't think is going to continue. I think that they've struggled a little bit, but I like them in this game. I like them to beat New England. New England has just been very uninspiring.
So
for me.
Anson's with me on that one. All right, Adam, what's the
I'm cool
next
with that.
game?
We got Indy, Tennessee. Sam. This is a hard game to pick. But
Right.
Sam's got the Colts. He loves the Colts. Honestly, I don't blame him.
I just
they're-
love what they've turned into.
They're starting to trend like that upwards. They're being
Yeah.
consistent. They're winning
Yep.
good football games. This is a huge divisional game. Both teams are 7-3. It matters. This for me is like
You know what the Colts are? The Colts are the ugly girl in the movie that take off their glasses and let down their ponytail, and they're fucking beautiful. Like that's what I feel like the Colts are. Like they've been sneaky hot the whole movie, and then all of a sudden they're like, boom, big
Wow,
titties,
that's a
fat
good
ass.
one.
Like yeah,
That
just
is a good
looking
one.
real nice. Looking.
Who do you got,
real-
Anson? Who do you got? I got Tennessee. He's
I got
Indianapolis.
I got the Colts in this one.
I
Yeah,
like the man.
it's a
who's-
tough. It's
who's
gonna
at
be.
home?
It's gonna be a beat 'em up game. I believe.
No Jonathan Taylor.
No Jonathan Taylor. I believe the Colts are at home.
The Colts are at home. Colts are playing too good. I got to go with the Colts.
Yeah,
I really like Indy.
cool with
Taylor.
All
Taylor had
these
a great-
games are.
Yeah, all
pick'ems.
these are pick'ems. I'm not
Right.
gonna sit here and argue with you like you're an idiot or something. No, we're
These
not
are your
picking.
these are your three.
We're not
though,
picking
right?
Steelers, Jags,
Yeah,
or something
so,
like that.
yeah.
Right.
So
These are your three. I'm saying.
these
though.
are the 3 games of the week that we're picking. Yeah.
I got you.
Yep.
So the last one, obviously, the game of the week, super game of the week.
Yep.
Kansas City, Tampa Bay. I've got Kansas City. They're my #1 team in my power rankings. He's got Tampa Bay, which is a team that has been inconsistent to say the most. When they win big.
Right.
When they lose, they lose.
And
So-
like we just talked about, Tom Brady at home as an underdog, 10-1.
Yep.
You know, especially against the spread, they're +3. Tampa Bay is +3.5. I have, and then 56 is the over/under. So I like Tampa Bay.
Yeah, I do too.
You do?
I
Ooh, Anson.
hate saying that, but
Woo, Anson.
the numbers for Brady after a loss are just staggering.
Right.
They're staggering. I'd have to go for that one. And plus, they're at home. The defense is very, very good. They've got 2 running backs that can take the pressure off the passing game. And they've got, I mean, adding Antonio Brown to that mid-range passing game is really, I think it's going to take them to that next level and maybe take them through the playoffs, man.
Right. No.
I like Tampa Bay a lot. They're a fun team to watch.
Again, I'm not gonna like argue. I think it's a. These are all really
You-
pick'ems.
yeah, you
This
caught-
week we picked 3 games that
Yeah,
are
you
fucking
did.
heads or tails.
Right.
Usually we pick like one super easy pick of the week, like a 10-point favorite, and then the other 2 are kind of pick'ems. But I like this week. This week is very, very interesting.
Yeah, so those are our picks of the week. Thank you guys for tuning in to the Lions or just Sunday pregame show because there was no Lions game today, but we got to have some great Lions talk with Matt Patricia and Bob Quinn gone.
Let's
Matt
do it.
Patricia and Bob Quinn gone. Matt Patricia and
is so
Bob
happy.
Quinn gone.
He is so happy.
Oh, I'm bouncing off the walls. I'm so excited for the Lions'
Well, I
future.
didn't wear this all year, man. I'm so happy to finally be able to bring it out.
Detroit
proud.
should be very happy.
Yep.
Finally, something to look forward to.
Yep.
It's been a hard, honestly, year and a half. Just not the not the best time to be a Lions fan, but here we go.
I mean, we have
Something
brand new regimes with all 4 franchises within
Yes.
a year.
Yep.
How fucking wild.
It's exciting, though.
I mean,
You
it's
can see
exciting,
it.
but it's also an indictment of the hard
Yeah, but it
years
happens.
that this city has gone through
It happens
sports-wise.
in every sport. With the Lions, though, it's just been happening for such an extended period
But
of time.
all 4 sports for one city.
Yeah, but the
Man.
Wings gave us 30 years of fucking
Well, right.
energy.
Yeah.
The Tigers gave us like a 5-6 year stretch we've never seen in our lives.
Yeah, we had a-
Pistons, the same thing. 8 years fighting for the Eastern
All right,
Conference
guys, we'll
Championship.
continue this
I'm sorry, I'm
conversation
just so
tomorrow
fucking happy,
morning
baby.
at 8
Passion,
a.m.
baby, passion.
See you
Detroit
later,
passion.
Quinny.
It is time to go. Enjoy your Sunday. Enjoy the football.
Woodward Sports Network, let's go!